everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of our new podcast, Ignited, Striking Industrial Automation Conversations. We're your hosts. I'm Travis Cox.
I'm Thomas Burke, and we're excited to be here today.
You know, Tom, since you've joined, we have talked so much about doing this podcast, and we're finally here.
And this is exciting because this is the opportunity for us to really educate a lot of people and carry forward with everything that inductive automation does with training and support and the product and helping people really use and achieve their digital transformation. We're going to talk a lot of things today, Travis, and we're going to talk about what the future of all our podcasts are.
Absolutely. So we want to give the audience a kind of a sense of what our podcast is going to be about, and of course, to get to know us as hosts. So I'm going to start with my side. You know, I'm Travis Cox. I'm a Chief Technology Evangelist here at Inductive Automation, and I've been in the company now for 22 years. And throughout my entire career, it's always been focused, you know, working with customers, working with the integrators on their architectures, their solutions, figuring out how to get systems integrated and working, basically, you know, solving problems, right? If we can dream up the solution, we can build it. And it's been a lot of fun. We've been in the trenches, really looking at those small little projects and details. And I really want to showcase what customers are doing, you know, what these innovative projects that are out there, the solutions that are out there, and the people behind those solutions.
And you know, Travis, I am so excited about this opportunity to come to work for inductive automation. You know, I've been doing the standards arena for a long period of time. You know, I created OPC and OPC-UA, but I've also worked for a few companies that I don't want to mention, and I did startup. So I saw the pain that these people had. And the reason I'm so excited about inductive automation is more than just ignition. It's more the opportunity to really talk about everything that we provide as inductive automation to really help SIs and customers achieve, you know, this mythical digital transformation. This is exciting, and this is the reason we're going to do these podcasts. I think this is a great opportunity to really, you know, bring forward, and we're going to talk about, you know, how we're doing it and who we're going to bring into the room to do interviews with.
You know, I think we're at an interesting time, right? We're at an inflection point here where with the maturity of platforms like Ignition, the maturity of open standards that are out there like OPC, UA, and MQTT and Sparkplug and many others, just where AI is at, the kind of blending of OT and IT technologies, there's so much that's available that we can take advantage of. And I think we really want to be able to show those stories and to be able to discuss what's happening there and where the industry is going, because it's real. There's a lot of really exciting things that are happening. I think right now is the most exciting time to be an engineer in the industrial world.
Oh, it really is. You know, and I talk about success is measured by the level of adoption. And I want to talk about, you know, kind of bridging the gap and talking about execution, because there's so many good things out there technology-wise. But a lot of people just don't know what to do, and you know they're a little bit confused. So what I want to do is we really want to help. I mean, we've got a great, you know, infrastructure here at Inductive Automation, but we want to bridge the gap. We really want to provide and show people how to use all these different products and technology, and you know, really manufacture, you know, and change the manufacturing landscape, right? Help these guys out in big ways. And, you know, I'm excited. I've worked with SIs before, and I am excited about, you know, bringing these SIs into the room because they got a real story to tell.
Absolutely. There's a lot of amazing real world stories that are out there. We want to bring in those engineers who built it, right? A lot from the integration community, a lot from the end user community, the ones that are down at that level on OT and actually having to solve those challenges. You know, we've very much from the very beginning of inductive automation, we've been very focused on education and awareness, right? Show people what the art of the possible is out there. You know, we've created our forum and our great documentation, the Inductive University, which we'll go into in more episodes. But the university is a way to kind of go learn every part about ignition. Well, I'm hoping with this podcast that we can extend that and talk about the actual solutions, what's being built with ignition and the actual details behind that. I want to show demonstrations. I want people to see the technical details. Let's go into how these things were actually accomplished. What's the architecture? The little details that make it tick. I think that's going to be what's really fun.
That's so exciting that we want to be able to go do that, demonstrating the technology, showing people this is real and what they can really do. You know, I also talk about how to future-proof. And what I'm interested in doing is we want to show people how they can carry forward. They've got their system today, but we're going to basically take care of them, guaranteeing, though, as their time moves on, that they can continue to evolve their system. And, using all this technology, and, there's a lot of talk about AI, and we're going to talk about AI. We're going to talk about how AI is a big thing in our industry and how you can really leverage it inside of, industrial automation. I'm excited to talk about all these different vertical markets that, ignition has been used in and how our customers have been using the technology. And we're going to bring a lot of people in there as we do these podcasts.
It's all about those open, honest conversations about what's happening out there. And I'm really excited to be doing this with you, Tom. We've been working together for a lot of years on the OPC side. I remember the good old days of going out to the road shows and going to the interops and all those fun times, right? Where we're really just showing the power of what OPC can do. And that's the broader goal here. Show the power of what these standards and what ignition and what the technologies around in the ecosystem, all of what that can do. So how are we going to accomplish that? What is this podcast structured?
We got a lot of things that we want to do. We're going to bring a lot of people in. So I talk about kind of the medium. So we're going to do some deep dives. We're really going to use the technology. We're going to publish these podcasts in a variety of ways, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and we're going to do these things. And we're going to do some of them here at Inductive, and we're going to do some remote. We're going to bring some speakers in. You and I know lots of people in the industry, and we're excited about bringing some people in. We got a podcast that we're going to be doing down the road here with some good friends of mine, with Arlen Nipper and Benson Holland, and they're going to give them the opportunity to talk about why they're excited about what we're doing and moving forward. I'm excited about bringing in a lot of the team from Inductive Automation. I'm really excited because I've known these guys, right? I've known one of the guys, Kevin Heron, a long time. Because we did OPC together, right? And, he was part of our working groups, and he's got a real story to tell, I'll be honest with you, about, what he's done. And, we got some creative stories that we can tell of how he's actually built in OPC into ignition. And the commitment to open standards, Travis, we really want to, we know our system integrators and end users are very excited about open standards, right? And there are all these standards out there, and we want to talk about them. We're going to bring these guys in, and we're going to show how you can use this technology in the most effective way.
Absolutely. We're going to have some amazing guests that will be coming on here. We'll talk more about the community of the guests that we're looking at bringing in. But we also have a host of topics that we want to be able to explore within this podcast. We want to be able to get into, of course, open standards in practice. The importance of the standards and how what the OT stack looks like, right? How these standards help organizations really bring the worlds of OT and IT together and just allow them to solve problems. So that's a big area that we want to be able to explore. We also want to get into how, the architectures that are out there and how the scale of these architectures, how they changed. They're at unprecedented. The amount of data we're looking at today is big. The systems are large. We're talking about, multi-site, big enterprise systems, data from the edge, that we want to be able to kind of showcase what's actually happening out there and the innovations around that. And a big part of that, of course, is the big trend of UNS. We want to talk about how people are accomplishing UNS with the technologies that are available. We also, like you said, AI is a big topic. What are people doing with AI? How are they bringing in? What's the plans of ignition with AI? What are we looking at with that? There's a lot to explore with AI, the future of operations, where things are going, the industry trends, right? The technologies that are coming up, the new standards that are emerging. There's a whole slew of different areas we want to explore, along with being able to show real technical details of projects that have been implemented, the real world stories, from people. And that's the part that I get really excited about.
So what you just talked about is you think about all the things that we're going to do. So this is a serious commitment behind inductive automation. What we're trying to do is, not talk just about the technology and the product. We're really talking about all the applications and the opportunities of how you really can use technology and the whole ecosystem, and how our commitment is. I am so excited about inductive automation's commitment to open standards and us doing some, real serious work here. I knew that inductive was always built in OPC. I mean, you guys are OPC to the core, and it's amazing. And, how you contributed, I'm so excited about, future podcasts that we're going to do with Kevin. I'm excited about there's Dave Fogel, and we're going to talk to him in a podcast here down the road. And he's one of the guys that he runs support. He runs Inductive University. He runs the Ignition Exchange, and he's got a lot of stories to tell. We're going to bring in SIs. That's really the goal. I want to bring in some end users, let them tell their story. We're going to reach out to some of the people that are, doing the industry standards. I've been heavily involved in, standardization with this OPC companion specifications and things like that. And there's a lot of things out there in that industry. I mean, one of the things I want to do is I want to approach, the work we've been doing with SESME. SESME is a cool organization. They're doing some really cool things. And our commitment behind that, and you're driving that, you're really helping out with, developing this. So we're going to bring in a lot of different people in the industry. We're going to do a lot of things internally, but we're also going to do a lot of things externally. So, as we talk to different customers, we're going to give customers the opportunity to tell their story and really how, they're using technology and how they're going to grow their company, right? Using the technology and making sure that they've got a plan for the future. So I'm excited about this podcast series, and we're looking forward to you guys really, subscribing and taking care of us.
We're at a point in the industry where business as usual just isn't enough anymore. The technology's here, the standards are ready, and the potential is limitless. But none of this matters if we don't build a community to drive it forward. That is why Ignited exists, why we're doing this podcast. We aren't just here to talk. We're here to spark a movement of better, faster, and more open industrial automation systems. But for the fire to catch, we need you with us. If you want to stay on the pulse of where this industry is heading, do us a favor. Head over to YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts and hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to make sure you never miss a single conversation that we've been talking about. But don't just keep this to yourself. If what you've heard today resonated with you, if it challenged your thinking or gave you a new perspective, share this episode with a colleague. Send it to that engineer and manager who's on the front lines every day grinding to make these systems work. The more voices we bring into this conversation, the more powerful this community becomes. And stay tuned for episode number 2. We're going to peel back the curtain on everything inductive automation offers that goes beyond the code. We're talking about the world-class support, the training, and that legendary community that actually makes Ignition deployment succeed in the real world. Thomas and I look forward to not only entertaining you, but bringing you the best information to help you stay engaged with the ever-changing technology. Thanks for listening today. Thanks for being a part of the change, and we'll see you in the next one.